What's up everybody, Dr. McKay here, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue my Star Trek Online playthrough. This is part 27? Yes, playthrough part 27. We are continuing the Gamma Quadrant story arc. We have 3 missions left, so hopefully to get those 3 done in today's video. Before we get started, if you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to comment and subscribe on YouTube. And feel free to hit the follow button on Twitch, where I'm trying to reach 200 followers. But before we get started, a quick word from today's sponsor. I'm really excited to be partnering with HelloFresh. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes, plus 3 gifts at the link in the description. But who are HelloFresh, you may ask? Well, meal times are made simple. HelloFresh provides all the ingredients and inspiration needed for stress-free cooking and meal planning, making it easy to serve meals that you and your loved ones will enjoy. HelloFresh has perfectly portioned ingredients that get delivered to your door hassle-free. You can select your weekly recipe from a variety of great tasting options. Modify the servings per recipe and schedule delivery at your convenience. And of course, you can pause or cancel your subscription at any time. HelloFresh offers many different recipes per week to choose from. The variety of choices means your dinners will always be different, and it gives you opportunity to try out new meals. You can also select unique options such as calorie smart, quick meals, and family friendly recipes. Each meal uses fresh ingredients from suppliers selected by HelloFresh. You can be sure that the ingredients you get are always fresh and of high quality. So if you want to spice up your meal times, I'm here to help. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes plus 3 gifts at the link. Offer ends Sunday the 23rd of April, so if you want great tasty meals, act now. And thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring my channel. Right, there we go, with the sponsor out the way. Last time on Star Trek Online, we basically uncovered the darkest secrets of the founders of the Dominion. Essentially, the founders created or manipulated the Herc, the insect-like species that I've been fighting last couple episodes, to do their bidding before they made the Jem'Hadar, but obviously they lost control. But before that, they also made the like the Klingon bad guy as well. Can't remember the name of it. You know, so lots of skeletons in the Founder's Closet. So today we're going to continue on with the storyline and hopefully find an end or end to the conflict between the Herc and the rest of the galaxy. Let's go. Let's hail up the mission. There's 3 missions left.
My apologies for the quality of the transmission. I'm contacting you on an encrypted frequency. I'm working on an important covert mission, and I could use your assistance. I can't go into the details over comms, but you should know, if we pull this off, it could change the course of the Herc conflict in our favor. Meet with me on Deep Space Nine to go over the details. Come along. I've been asked to keep the details of the mission on a need-to-know basis, and right now, only you and I need to know.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll see you there.
Good luck.
Helm, set a course for Deep Space Nine. Maximum warp. Engage.
No, absolutely not. This is your worst idea yet.
Do I need to remind you of the unwritten rule of acquisition, brother?
Rule 0. What the Nagus wants, we acquire. Why me? Get an eliminator to do it. Get 50. You can afford it.
You have connections with the Klingons. That and you're Rom's second most trusted Ferengi.
What? Who's first? Nog? Pell?
No. Moogie.
Fine. Send her then.
But brother, you did such a great job of rescuing her before.
I also told your son to shoot me if I ever thought of doing something like that again.
That's right, you did. Well, don't worry, he won't.
That's not what I'm worried about.
We need this, brother. We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Insanity! You don't even know where the Iconian fleet is, Rom.
I don't. But Starfleet intelligence monitors all major threats, including the Iconians.
Starfleet isn't in the habit of sharing classified data.
If we can get access to a security console, we can extract the data. We'll need to keep the security officer on duty occupied.
Leave that to me, husband.
As you do.
All right, leader. The security officer on duty is a creature of habit. Comes in on her break every day without fail. Your job is to keep her occupied so Rom can get what we need from the security console. Do what you need to do. Smile, laugh at her jokes, whatever it takes. Put those feminine wiles of yours to good use.
Feminine wiles?
Really, Quark? I'm not here to seduce your customers. You and I both know there's more than one way to work a mark.
Whatever you say, just don't mess it up. She'll be here any minute now.
You worry too much, Quark. I got this.
So I'm playing as Lita. It's brilliant.
Woo! It's your lucky day, officer. You're the 10 millionth customer here at Quark's. Congratulations! You've just won a free drink and a free spin at the Davo table. Quark, why don't you pour the lucky winner a drink? What'll it be, Constable?
Oh, thanks. I'll take an iced Dractigino. I'm on duty. I can't stay too long, but I suppose I have enough time for a spin at the table. Lead the way.
Lead the way. Serve our drink. Okay.
Quark, will you turn that hollow me off, please? It's creeping me out.
This is why I like the Hollow Leader. She doesn't complain as much as the original. There. Happy?
Yes, thank you, Quark.
The free drink will get her to relax. And then some Dabo to keep her busy. One loss to remove suspicion.
Oh, looks like my luck's run out. Oh well. Thanks for the drink and the spin. Better get back to my station.
Wait.
Whoa, whoa, don't be so hasty, friend. The law of averages is on your side here. Trust me. Have another spin on the house. What have you got to lose?
Okay, you've convinced me. One more spin. Why not?
And then a victory to reel her in. Dabo!
Nicely done. Those winnings are coming out of your cut, though.
Because that's not suspicious at all.
Good. The guard's distracted. Time to go to work. Overriding this door panel should be child's play.
What would Odo say now if he was here?
This is the most secret maintenance panel. Chief O'Brien needed me to fix it once.
Oh god, what are these? I hate these. Blue, green, white. Oh, that was easy.
Once I'm in, I can install a back door. Then we can access the system from the console at Quark's.
Now. Alright, test different combinations of digits till you find the sequence that matches their key. Current test key. Okay. Oh, let's go 4. Okay. Match digits and locations, 1 digits. Match digits, wrong location. I'm so confused with this. How does this work? Okay. Okay, I kind of get it. Right, okay. Alright. So, 1 digit's right. I guess it's the 4. And nah.
She's heading back, Rom. Get out of there!
Relax, everyone. It's done. I'm on my way back.
Try not to look conspicuous or guilty.
Okay.
Can't believe you pulled that off. Being the Nagus hasn't made you go soft between the lobes. Let's figure this out before security gets wise. Use the console behind the bar and find out what you can about the Iconians. Oh, and while you're at it, look for any other useful information in there, too. Some of it could be valuable, you know.
Okay.
Relax, brother. I'll have these files cracked in no time. Starfleet encryption is good, but it's nothing compared to what we use in the Commerce Authority. That's actually difficult.
Okay. View most recent logs for which faction? Let's go, Bob.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87961.3.
Let's have a look at them all, yeah?
Intermittent Borg activity in the Quadrant. We've been able to track a Unimatrix vessel, and our countermeasures are keeping its fleet at bay. The recent escalation of the Hurt conflict is straining the number of resources available for Borg surveillance.
Brain?
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87983.1. Breen forces continue to harass the Deferi, though hostilities have not intensified as of late. The Breen have made no overtures toward the Dominion since their recent return to the Alpha Quadrant. Looks like the honeymoon might be over at last.
Valkyrie?
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88139.9. A large Valkyrie fleet has been spotted in transit to the Gamma Quadrant. Analysis of their course suggests they're heading toward the renegade Iconian fleet. Interesting. If the two of them manage to eliminate each other, well, that'll be 2 less headaches to keep me up at night.
Herc?
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Major Herc activity throughout the 4 quadrants. As expected, Alliance forces are spread thin in attempts to protect critical sites in their own territory, as well as within the Dominion. The Klingons continue to stay out of it, with the exception of a token force of volunteers. Efforts to enlist the full aid of the Empire to date have faltered. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88039.8. Taket's fleet is currently in the Phoeban sector, moving through deep space. She's keeping a low profile for the most part, avoiding conflict with both the Dominion and the Herc. Anything foolish enough to get in her sights doesn't live long enough to regret it, however. The wreckage of a Gamma pirate flotilla will testify to that. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87997.9. I can't help but be impressed by the Nakul. Their star is all but dead, their world's an ice ball, and they refuse to leave. They defend that ice ball against all comers, even the Herc. Every Nakul big enough to carry a phaser fought, and they actually won. And I thought Tellarites were stubborn.
Terrans?
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88006.2. There have been some recent Terran incursions from the Badlands, but nothing overly organized. As of now, there hasn't been any sight of Admiral Lita since her attack on DS9. Perhaps she has finally given up? One can only hope.
Tholians?
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89101.1. Tholian web technology has worked well against the Herc so far. They ensnared 70% of a Herc fleet shortly after it dropped out of warp. The rest of the fight was brief and one-sided. At least Tholian xenophobia is consistent. Our attempts to negotiate for web technology have been completely ignored.
And then there's Zenkefi.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Getting a lot of disturbing reports from Zenkefi space lately. Whispers of corruption in the highest ranks and talks of a coup are in the air on Zenketh. The Autarch's days might be numbered after his crusade failed, though the arrival of the Herc has kept him on the throne. For now.
Ooh, interesting.
All right, Rom, a deal is a deal. You found the Iconian, so I guess it's my turn now. Time to put the team together?
Yes. 1 week later.
And that's the job. Confront.
Where's Gala?
Really? He shot the hostage last time. He's not invited.
Brunt, your database skills should help us locate the package.
Always happy to help, Grand Nagus. Retreat.
Still a master of Rule 33. Aren't you, Brunt?
It never hurts to suck up to the boss.
Of course. I presume you'll need my ship again, yes?
Not this time. We'll need a ship that can fight, just in case.
And we'll have it, thanks to our friend here.
Good. Everyone's here. Also, full consortium.
Oh, unbelievable!
The table's rigged. I'm sure of it.
I love how I'm just like the taxi service.
Here we are. The cloaking device I acquired from my cousin Gala is working like a charm. Keep an eye on it, though. I'd rather not attract the attention of the Iconians, or the Fakiri, for that matter.
Agreed.
Looks like they're busy trying to blow each other to bits out there. Let's use that to our advantage. You see those Iconian sentry probes? They use those to detect cloaked ships, so you'll want to disable them before we move much closer. This cloak is good, but it's not that good.
Understood.
Getting in's the easy part. We're cloaked and unexpected.
Their cloak and dagger stuff here, innit?
That should be enough to get to the flagship undetected.
Well, we can all stop holding our breath now. It worked. If you'll be so kind as to fly us behind that massive Iconian ship, we'll be on our way.
That should be easy too.
I'm looking forward to this.
Almost there. Just take it nice and easy.
Keep your ears on, Quark. I'm here.
We made it. I can't believe I'm actually going to sneak onto an Iconian flagship and keep the engine running. I have a feeling we're going to need to get out of here in a hurry.
The shuttle is prepared. Good luck.
I've never been this close before. Impressive.
Terrifying is more like it.
This is insane.
Nog, you're our engineer. Buy it 400 and sell it 5.
It'll be up to you to disable the security systems, son.
Right. I'm familiar with their tech from the war. I won't let you down, Father. Evade.
We're up first, Nog. We need to lower the local security so Brunt and Lek can do their jobs.
Right.
No problem. I memorized the schematics for this vessel on the way here. There are engineering consoles we can use for that nearby. Follow me.
I love how I'm playing as like Nog.
Head left here, Nog.
I've studied Iconian systems. I can unlock these doors. If I send in the appropriate signals to the
Good.
door, I should
We'll have
be
to
able to
disable
toggle the
security
door
and
locks.
engineering.
The good news is that my tricorder can get me the signal I need to send. The bad news is the Iconian systems only take trinary input. I think I see how the inputs work, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Okay. Signal needs to be 21. Okay. $54. I am. And then 21. Hey.
Got it. And we're done here.
Am I avoiding the enemies?
Heralds! Don't worry, I can handle them. Hold on, Uncle. Something's coming.
That looks like more than we can handle. Let Lek take care of it. He'll probably enjoy it.
Think I can lock the door behind once it's gone.
Great idea. Do that. Quickly! Head right here.
Hold on, Uncle. Something's coming.
Typical.
That looks like more than we can handle. Let Lek take care of it. He'll probably enjoy it.
Think I can lock the door behind once it's gone.
Great idea. Do that. Quickly!
Okay. $48. Oh. God damn it. Alright, so now I'm confused.
Got it. And we're done here.
Alright, Quark, calm down.
We've made it. This is main engineering. Security's offline. We're good to go.
Can we drop their rear shield for a moment?
From the other console? Why?
You'll see.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy. Lek, how do you feel about Iconian heralds?
Very dangerous. I look forward to shooting some. Sell at 250? Buy at 100.
You'll get your chance, clearing the path for Quark and Nog.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit. I'm in.
I gotta love these Ferengis.
Lek, Brunt, you're on.
Brunt, FCA. I'm on my way.
Hunt is on. Magnificent. Truly magnificent. Ooh, they fight back. Good, good. It's looking this way between patrol points. I should be able to sneak up if I duck behind the I bet I could make that console explode remotely. Not the explosion I was looking for, but it'll do.
I found the package. The Iconian keeps it on display in what looks like a trophy room. And here I thought they were above such basic behavior. I've analyzed their patrol patterns, Lek. You'll need a clear path for Quark and Nog. I trust you'll keep the guards in that area occupied for a suitable period of time.
What's up, Lewis? How's it going? Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. How's it going? And of course, Brunt.
Testing my skills against Iconians? This is worth more than Latinum to me. Don't get your lobes bunched, Brunt. I'll clear the path for the others by any means necessary.
I want this gun that this guy's got.
More enemies to the left, and another console.
See what this console does. That works, I suppose.
What? Still no explosion? Ugh, ridiculous. If I make some noise, the big one will come to investigate. This isn't work. This is fun.
As you do. One hit kill, that's what I like to see. I'm good and trying new closed beta games. Anything interesting? Yeah, any games that are interesting?
If I overload those conduits, I'm sure it'll make a big explosion.
Damn.
Doesn't anything blow up around here?
X Defiant. I'm not sure I've heard of that one. What type of game's that?
Dr. Quark, the path is clear.
I'm detecting some nearby patrols.
I want to see if I can cause a distraction. Hold on.
Alright, killed him. He gets back up again. As you do. I like the music.
I blow up that console. It'll cause a nice distraction. Nog, how do I overload these ridiculous Iconian consoles?
Easy. First you need to... Wait. How are you at trinary conversions?
Never mind. I have a workaround.
Overload the phaser, as you do. It's coming like the most badass Ferengi ever.
Brother, you'll crack the safe. Once Brunt finds it, that is.
Nice of you to give me the easy job, Rom.
By that point, Lek will have eliminated their guards.
We're talking about Iconians here, Rom.
I'll be with you, Uncle. You'll be fine.
Oh, I feel so much better now.
It's like a Ferengi heist. It's brilliant.
Time for me to earn my share. Watch and learn.
Now I get to play as Quark.
Don't worry, Uncle. I've got your back.
I wonder what package we are trying to steal from the Iconians. Alright, Quark, calm down.
You know, you were supposed to shoot me if I got pulled into another one of these.
I thought you meant rescue operations. I can shoot you later if you like.
No, it just wouldn't be the same.
I like the music.
Ha! I'm impressed.
That's one word for it. He left some guarding the trophy room.
It's okay, Uncle. We can handle that.
Mate, Quark's gun's not as great as Lex. Alright, what we stealing?
All right, Nog, let's find the package. It has to be in one of the display cases around the room.
Ah, the Sword of Kalis. Nice. What's that?
Amazing! That's a singularity. Taket must have taken it from a Romulan warbird. You could say it was the heart of that ship. Must have been a memorable opponent for her to keep that on display like this.
She keeps a black hole? Huh. Yeah, just a black hole in a glass ball. Interesting.
Looks like a secure treasure box. I wonder what's inside. It could be practically anything. Leave it to an Iconian to lock up a box of valuables and hoard it away.
Well, not everyone is as good at opening locks as you, Uncle. Most people would need the appropriate key.
I'm not most people.
Is that part of an Iconian? Why would Taket keep a severed body part?
That's
Taket lost her arm when she fought Kalis during the war. She's keeping it as a trophy or maybe a reminder of one of her few failures. I knew she was intense, but this is pretty ridiculous.
No comment. Next. So she keeps her arm, as you do. What's that?
That's a lot of latinum.
That was latinum.
Impressive. I could buy a Starliner with that and have enough left to buy a condo on Ryza. Probably not beachfront, but it'd be nice. It's FCA graded, too. She must have gotten it from a Ferengi. Oh, tough break. Seems only fitting that we acquire it. Fine. Mind on the mission. Stop looking at me like that.
I bet Quark's like drooling or something over that. What's that? Looks like something Borg.
Ah, I've seen these statues on New Romulus. They were made by the Day Ones, a servitor race of the Iconians. Not sure why Taket would keep one of these on display. Maybe it's of a sentimental value to her, even if that's possible.
She's not the sentimental type. Kind of looks like a Borg something, but it's clearly not. That's sort of Kalis. Let's have a look at what else is here.
Seeing these reminds me of the Dominion War. A lot of those were sent back home to loved ones. Starfleet, the Klingons, the Romulans, they all have their different rituals. Even the enemy cared for their dead.
And they say you don't have a heart, Uncle.
And they're right.
It's too bad we don't have enough time to steal these and sell them back to the people who want them. 34th rule of acquisition, Nog. War is good for business.
What is it? Oh, comm badges. Yeah, Starfleet comm badges, by the look of it.
That's a bottle of prune juice. I'd recognize that color anywhere. Worf constantly demanded I have a bottle on hand at the bar. A warrior's drink, he called it. More like a torture drink. I tried some once. Let's just say that it was not a pleasant digestive experience.
Why would they have a bottle of prune juice in here? Nah, is that the Voyager? That's Voyager, like, 1's disc.
Interesting. I read about these at the Academy. Something called NASA sent them out on crewed space probes centuries ago to initiate first contact with alien life.
The Golden Record, that's what's
I
called.
believe this contains audio files, animal sounds, music, language samples. My Earth history instructor would love to get her hands on this. We should, acquire it if we have the time.
Mind on the mission, Nog. That's pretty cool. Baseball, anyone?
Uncle, that looks like Captain Sisko's baseball. You don't think it's his, do you? I thought Jake took it with him.
Could be.
Do you remember when Sisko made us play baseball against the Vulcans?
Great episode.
Rom wouldn't stop talking about it for weeks. Put a bunch of money into that new Interstellar League, too. Still can't believe he bought a professional team. The Ferenginar Liquidators. They're terrible. Got beat by the Cation Claws by a score of 18-4, and they were cheating!
You know, I always told the top brass at the Corps of Engineers that making the party poppers look like weapons was a bad idea. Any officer who uses one of those instead of a real weapon is in for a bad day. I suspect that's how Taket got her hand on one of these balloons. Shame.
Anyway, let's get the Sword of Kayla, shall we? That's all brilliant. I love it.
Package located. The Sword of Kahless. Now, we need to retrieve it. I can use this to bring the package from its display globe. I need to use the right frequencies, though. Enter the wrong one, and every alarm around will go off.
Oh, great.
The frequencies change periodically. Once I start this, I need to get them all, or I'll have to start over.
I can just scan the machine for you. Should be easy enough to get the frequencies.
And leave a report.
You, of all people, should know that Federation tricorders record whatever they scan. Never leave a data trail. We'll do this the Ferengi way. It'll take someone with the lobes for the job. That's me.
Okay, needed frequency between 65 and 85. Current frequency, so we want to... It'll be 70, won't it? No, won't it be just 20? Higher? Just say 85 then, not in between. Oh, Oh, there. Oh, go the wrong way.
Nicely done, Uncle! We did it! We actually did it! We shouldn't stick around, though. Let's head back to the shuttle before the Iconians figure out what we're up to.
Right.
Rule 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
This is where I feel like we're going to get confronted in a minute.
That's far enough. Well done, Quark. You actually managed to pull it off.
Oh, Brunt.
I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. You've a talent for larceny, after all. Time, however, is a factor. Hand it over now, or I'll shoot you both and take it from your cold, dead fingers.
You wouldn't dare.
Are you out of your mind? Have you forgotten who Nog and I are related to? No payout is worth what will happen to you if you do this. Wrong. We'll have every Eliminator, Bounty Hunter, and Pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for you.
How did Lek put it? Oh, yes. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. Wise words indeed. The payout from this job will provide me with more than enough latinum to remove your idiot brother and take my rightful place as the Grand Nagus. I'm willing to give you a sporting chance, however. Hand over the package. You might be able to flee before that very angry Iconian arrives.
This is insane.
Have it your way, Brunt. You're dumber than you look if you think the crew of our ride won't be suspicious when you come back without us. They'll probably throw you in the brig on general principle. I know I would.
What's that, Lewis? X-Defiant is made by Ubisoft.
Ah, but I won't be traveling with them, Quark.
Let's have a look.
I've made other travel arrangements. Time's up. Hand it over, or prepare to meet the blessed Exchequer. Ha! I'd pay a lot to witness that audit. Might even be worth dying for, just to hear you scream on your way to the vault of eternal destitution. Goodbye, Quark. At last, goodbye!
Oh, hello.
Nog, now!
Wait!
A force field? It will not stop me, Ferengi.
Look a little closer. That's a chronoton field. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible, intelligent people. Your call.
Very well. Speak.
Give Quark something. He's got balls.
You breached my security, damaged my vessel, killed members of my crew, violated my sanctum, and stolen something very precious to me. Each is punishable by death. Tell me, why shouldn't I purge you like the odious vermin you are?
Also, Lewis, it's going to be free to play when the game launches. Is this going to be on Xbox as well? Like Xbox, PC, PlayStation, stuff like that? Still? Who, me?
That's where you're wrong. I don't have anything of yours on me. Run a scan if you don't believe me. If anything, I was trying to stop the lunatic that did steal from you. I may be odious vermin, but I'm not stupid. Look, we should be working together to stop our mutual enemy instead of wasting time with this argument.
There will be plenty of time to eliminate each and every one of you filthy creatures. That field of yours will drop eventually, and then you will die. Your cohort will be trapped and ultimately killed. I will have my vengeance on you all soon enough.
God, she's still harped up on vengeance, isn't she? Good point.
You're not entitled, but I think you're going to have a much bigger problem to deal with in the very near future. Any moment now.
What's going on?
Remember this? A little something we picked up on Karema.
Oh dear.
Keep it on your ship and beam it to our location when we give you the signal.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible, intelligent people. Your call.
Quark, always got something up his sleeve, isn't he?
Explain yourself. Speak while you still can, Ferengi.
Oh, that.
They're called Herc. Maybe you've heard of them. Real nasty dispositions. Eat everything they come across, and now they've come across your fleet. You Iconians are tough, but you're not invincible. Against the Fakiri and the Herc, those are some pretty long odds, Ticket. Here's how this is going to work. You're going to let us go, and in return, I'll disable the device that's bringing every Herc in the Quadrant here to chew on your ship. We'll go our way, you'll go yours. Otherwise, we'll wait and see what happens first. My field drops, or you and your ship become the main course at the Herc buffet.
I agree to your terms. Go, get out, leave my ship, and disable your wretched device. Know this, you've made an enemy today, Ferengi. I am patient. I will avenge myself. You will pay for your crimes.
She's proper on that vengeance, isn't she? She sounds a lot like Oda, doesn't she?
Right. Then we have a deal. We'll be on our way then. I'll take care of your Herc problem once I've made it to a safe distance. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but we both know that'd be a lie.
Bloody Quark. No, Lex loving it. Good.
What are we waiting for? Run! Run!
Well, I think that was the remote control for the device.
We're almost there, but we lost the sword. We went through all of this, and for what?
It's not over yet.
Quark to Modron. Is the package secured?
Margarine here. You'll be happy to know the package is safe and sound. I beamed it to your ship a few minutes ago. I'm afraid Brunt is a little bruised, but these things happen. I'll keep him nice and sedated until we get back to the Alpha Quadrant. And Quark, be sure to let the Nagus know I held up my end of the bargain, won't you?
Never thought I'd see Madron again. Of course.
I'll be sure to let him know, Modron. Quark out. Always have a backup plan, Nog. Especially when dealing with snakes like Brunt. Let's go. And look, the shuttle's right where we left it. Things are looking up for a change. Let's get out of here before Cat changes her mind.
Let's go. So, Quark knew that Brunt was going to basically betray them. So, basically, Quark betrayed, well, had a backup plan in case. It may not look it, but Quark's pretty smart. Do.
Thanks for sticking around. Now, if you don't mind, let's get back to this. This very cranky Iconian is looking for an excuse to kill us. Definitely not give him one more. Thankfully, he'll be busy dealing with the hurt. Garrett's little toy works like a charm.
Agreed.
We've got a problem. The cloaking device is acting up. If it goes down, every ship in the system will know we're here. I'll do what I can to keep it running, but we might need to fight our way out of here.
Understood, Captain. It's never easy,
Cloak's
is it?
offline!
Terrific. This is what I get for buying this alien.
Don't worry, I'll be running it again. I just need a couple minutes.
Found another way back.
No ships are attacking each other as much as they're attacking us.
We're getting hit hard here. Just one more minute. Keep us safe.
1 more minute, he says. Turn on him.
Cloak's online again, and we're at a safe distance from the enemy. We can leave as soon as you're ready.
Excellent.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I was ready to go the minute we warped into this system. And I'm doubly ready to go now. Not to tell you your business, but make it so, please.
Engage, maximum warp. Thank you for the posture check.
Quark and Nog told me you did a great job keeping them all safe. Thank you for bringing them back in one piece. The 6th rule of acquisition says, never allow family to stand in the way of opportunity. But what can I say? Family means a lot to me.
Well, what happened to Brunt?
Brunt is ambitious, but predictable. We expected him to betray us, and we capitalized on it. Brunt made life difficult for the Nausicans who worked for Madron. That was a painful decision. Ask Dr. Bashir about that if you're interested.
And Madron?
Brunt made the mistake of dealing with someone more ambitious than he was. Madron came to me shortly after Brunt made him an offer, and I made Madron a counter offer he couldn't refuse. I think I just came up with a new rule of acquisition. It's not smart to turn down a deal with the Grand Aegis. I'm pretty sure Madrin would agree with that.
So what now?
There's something I'm curious about. The Herc stole the Sword of Kalis from the Klingons a long time ago, but no one seems to know why. They didn't eat it, so there must be something about it they value. And we Ferengi are all about value. Perhaps the lab's sensors and equipment can tell us more. Maybe it's made of a rare, precious metal.
Maybe. It's possible. Let's find out.
Now, this is interesting. These readings indicate that the Sword of Kalis is made out of biological material with a germanium base. I'll need to run more tests to be certain, but I believe the weapon was fashioned out of a Herc carapace. This may explain their interest in it.
Fascinating. Sounds a bit like Monster Hunter.
Based on the scans, that carapace was around for quite a long time before Kalis made a weapon out of it. The blade material is over 4,000 years old.
Damn.
Where the story of Kalis is roughly only 1,600 years old.
Amazing.
I'm reading traces of multiple radiation types within the blade. Discounting the type that likely came from the Iconians, there are still clear traces of thermobaric and tetrionic radiation. I believe we could cross-reference Alliance and Dominion star charts and easily determine where these traces of radiation originated from.
Any conclusions, Doctor?
We have a 4,000-year-old weapon made of a Herc carapace. My analysis of the radiation within the blade should allow us to narrow down its point of origin. I've had the computer working on that as we speak. Let's have a look. Cross-referencing all known Alliance and Dominion star charts, and voila! There's one system that contains all of the conditions we've isolated. Havas Kur, at the edge of Dominion space. It's possible we've just discovered the location of the Herc homeworld. We should forward this information to the appropriate parties at once. This could be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
Sounds impressive and valuable.
Oh dear.
Rule 21, Quark. Never place friendship above profit.
Goddamn Ferengis. Speak with Quark and Rom.
Unbelievable. I knew Brunt was a snake, but Lek? Guess I should have known better. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. And Lek's got plenty of both.
He played us for fools.
He's a fool if he thinks he can steal from me. I'll have every eliminator, bounty hunter, and pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for him. No one steals from the Grand Nagus and lives to profit from it.
Alright, Rom. Well, the Klingons won't be happy if they find out.
Considering how angry my father is, the Klingons will be the least of Lek's problems. I haven't seen him this mad since he caught me... Well, we don't need to get into that. Despite everything that's happened, we'll hold up our end of the bargain. I'll be in touch when everything is prepared. And remember, this operation never happened.
What operation? Right, I'll return to my ship now. Oh, the plot thickens, eh?
Think they bought it?
Oh dear.
Completely. As far as they're concerned, the sword has been stolen. You, might want to lay low for a while, though.
Opportunity plus instinct equals profit. Well done, brother.
The Sword of Kalis, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
So will I, Grilka, once the payment clears. Pleasure doing business with you.
I can't keep up, like... Oh dear. So, we steal it from the Iconians, Brunt steals it from Quark, but actually, he knew that was going to happen and managed to get it back. And then he basically gets Lek to steal it from us, so we think that it's stolen, and then he gives it to Grilka to give it to Martok. Yeah? Right. I realised this was an unconventional mission and it didn't go exactly as planned. Still, the data was discovered on the Sword of Kalos should be very helpful to the Alliance. We'll need to keep some of the details on the mission classified, of course, so whatever you do, don't mention it to Morn. Or the whole Quadrant will know about it tomorrow. And I get 7,500 gold pressed platinum. Nice. Lex throwing knives. 100% shield penetration. It's nice. Let's go with the throwing knife. That was a pretty fun mission. I like that. Tembris Toquent.
Researchers led by my friend Dr. Bashir have isolated several fascinating aspects of Herc biology. I'm told this data provides insight on their native environment, specifically a metallic planetoid orbiting a pulsar within a nebula. There's one system that meets these requirements, Havas Kul in the Gamma Quadrant. I'm going there to investigate along with Captain Kira in the Defiant. Dr. Bashir will accompany us as well. His insight will be critical to the mission's success. The doctor believes we'll find what we need to end this conflict on Havas Kul. If he's right, and he often is, I'm willing to travel to the heart of enemy territory. Won't you join us?
Of course I'll join. Nothing I like more than a good away mission.
Be seeing you.
Alright, helm. Set a course. Alright, before we do, I need to go for a pee. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Mr. Back. Let's go. Helm. Set a course for whatever it's called. All the way over on the far side of the quadrant.
I have to say, the survey reports on this system really don't do it justice. A nebula, a pulsar, dark energy, and the Herc homeworld.
I'm not reading any Herc ships on sensors.
Nor I. Isn't that strange? One would think they'd place a heavy guard on their home system. How peculiar. Let's use this opportunity to look around. Quietly, of course.
Agreed.
Scanning in progress.
We're reading a number of interesting phenomena, despite interference from the nebula. Let's see. Plethora of heavy metallic compounds, and a hotbed of tetryon and thermobaric energy throughout the nebula.
There's a moon nearby. Preliminary scans aren't showing much, but it's just the kind of place the Herc could be using to hide a base. Or a fleet. I'd like to take a closer look.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's move in.
The pulsar's throwing off a lot of hazardous energy.
Most astute, Captain. Let's make the appropriate shield adjustments.
Scanning in progress. I don't like this. Scans are showing a lot of bare rock, but no metals or compounds. It's a lot like...
Like it's being completely stripped of anything remotely useful? The calling card of the Herc, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps we should send down a probe, just to be absolutely sure. There could be some Herc down there, hidden by the nebula's effect on our sensors.
I'll send the probe then.
It's barely Class D. No metals, complex compounds, liquids, or atmosphere.
The interior is a complex maze of tunnels. Thousands of them.
This matches Herc patterns we've seen elsewhere. They've been here.
The probe is online and transmitting. Our science teams are taking a close look at the incoming data, but it doesn't look terribly promising. Shall we forge on? There's a lovely planet nearby, no doubt filled with a bounty of toxic rocks and metallic salts.
We'll set a course for the plant.
Entering scanning range now.
Scanning
astronomic readings are strange. The planet has a highly eccentric orbit. Looks like it collects matter from the nebula as it sweeps around the pulsar, all while being bombarded with radiation. Definitely not habitable by most standards, though it's not quite demon class. An orbital period of several thousand years. That explains the Herc life cycle. They must hibernate while the planet is at the far range of its orbit. This orbit coincides with the previous emergencies of the Herc. The 1,000-year cycle explains why they appear suddenly, then vanish just as quickly.
Interesting.
We're reading complex structures here, along with power systems and technology. This could be a base of operations for the Herc. It appears to be deserted. Why don't we take a look around? This could be a prime opportunity.
Agreed.
Let's meet on the Defiant. We'll need to make some preparations before we send an away team down there.
Alright, transport to the Defiant. 5 to beam. Energize. This is interesting. So the Herc hibernation patterns and emergencies coincide with the planet's orbit. Very interesting.
I've sent a team down to establish a secure zone. They're ready for you, but you'll want to put on an EV suit before you beam down. Once you're suited up, we'll beam you down to the secure zone. It's just below the planet's surface in a large cavern area.
Aye, aye. Energize. This chamber appears to be a natural cavern, but readings show unusual energy and a lot of magnetized metals and salts not far from here. Some of the caves near here have a regular structure like they were dug out rather than naturally occurring. Maybe the Herc have something like an ant. Maybe the Herc have something like an ant hive. Oh, well, let's check with Kira's away team and see how they're progressing.
I should have a habitation area set up soon. We can replace the reducing atmosphere in this cavern with standard oxy-nitro and warm things up a bit. Kane's keeping watch, and Weir is looking into other connected areas. We should have a perimeter field up within a few minutes.
Carry on, Williams. Let's have a look at this first. Bit of trionium gas.
Reading a lot of background radiation and some wild magnetic fields. It's like the pulsar and the nebula are supercharging the metallic crystal compounds here. The environment's very different from anything we'd consider a habitable planet. Explains why the Herc are so alien. Quite a treasure for a geologist like myself.
Carry on, Ishimura.
Everything's in order here. Defiant, do you still have a lock on us?
Affirmative. If you need transport, there may be a slight delay due to pulsar emissions.
I'm getting something odd on my tricorder.
Oh. I think it's time to go.
Up there!
Look out! Ah!
God damn. Why can't we ever just have a nice away mission? Yeah. Maybe to a tropical beach somewhere. There's always got to be alien planet this, bugs that.
Glad you're still with us. Whatever that was must have left you for dead. I'd get moving in case it comes back to make sure. Looks like you're in a series of tunnels that connect to a larger cavern. Garrick and Bashir are close to your position. They're moving into a large open chamber. Try to make your way to them.
Aye.
Be careful. Some of the crystal formations down there are emitting intense amounts of energy. We can't lock on to anyone with transporters, and the others are reporting that directed energy weapons won't work.
Understood, Captain.
This is Bashir. Garrick and I are alive, but we're a little lost.
A little lost. I need a flashlight. Anybody got a flashlight? Guess I go this way.
Keep moving. You should head up to another chamber.
At least he's like...
The creature's
eggs.
in a passage near your location. Stay sharp.
Garrick and I are moving into a very large, oblong chamber.
And here I was, hoping those cozy, cramped little tunnels would make a nice vacation spot.
Looks like the door to the next chamber is locked.
Those readings you're getting from that crystal node are interesting. It's generating a localized magnetic field. Manipulating that field could cause a response similar to pushing a button or flicking a switch. I wonder, do you think Herc can sense magnetic fields similar to sharks on Earth?
Let's stay on point, Doctor.
Yes, of course. I think you'll find a way to manipulate that magnetic field to open the door. The morphogenic crystals are probably the keys. So look for one nearby that has a similar output to the door node.
Alright.
The readings I'm getting on that crystal are weak. It probably isn't usable. That one's got an odd harmonic. Doesn't seem to match the rest. That's the one you need. Use it to open that door.
Alright. Using a crystal to open a door. Makes sense. Uh-oh. No!
Enemy targets on sensors.
Run! Okay, I'm fucking going. I'm keys.
There's a deep crevice ahead of you. See if you can get across.
No!
You can't fight that thing. Run!
I meant to jump, but I held the A button.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Ah, I got the wrong way. Run away!
Hazardous energy and anti-gravity ahead. Use your thrusters. The creature's turned back. It must not like anti-gravity.
Oh, big ass creature.
Slow and steady, don't get lost. Try to head up when you can.
Garrick and I have a breathable atmosphere here. Everyone, try and reach our location.
Williams here. I'm stuck in some kind of tunnel maze. Not sure how to get out.
Ishimura here. My nav system's useless. I'll keep trying to find you all.
This one looks like technical data. Interesting. None of their starships had weapons until 2,000 years ago. Their first designs were way ahead of most species at that time, though. Huh. How did they go from geniuses to the ravenous eating machines we're dealing with now?
I have a feeling the founders have something to do with that.
Kane, report. I just lost crewman Kane's vitals. Weir's comm signal is down, but he's still alive. Keep an eye out.
Does nothing. I've no idea where I'm going.
Bashir and Garrick are just past this chamber. We're picking up some interesting tech on sensors. Interesting and old. Very old. Most of it predates the Federation by several centuries. Are you reading those energy patterns on the other side of that opening? They're far more intricate than the others we've seen. We think there's some kind of ship ahead of you. It shows signs of damage. You might be in some sort of dry dock or repair facility. Interesting. There are large gaps in tech level between each section of the facility. It's as if the Herc learn as they hibernate. They wake up with 1,000 years of advancements at hand and get ready to work.
I suppose that's handy. This console looks like it can operate a door here. Where's Evelyn? Hey, what up?
A pleasure to see you. We'll need all the help we can get if we're to leave this world alive. To that end, the good doctor and I have started to make sense of our surroundings. We seem to be in some sort of Herc command center. From here, we can begin to restore power in critical systems.
Alright.
Herc technology is driven by electromagnetic manipulation of morphogenic crystals. Doors, life support, everything, even their central computer. If we can find the right crystals, I can bring things back online. We can look for information on Herc biology within their data system. We might even find a cure here. I found a little information. This planet used to be rich in a type of fungus. It thrived in the harshest of environments, even areas high in pulsar radiation. It used to be a staple of the Herc diet until it disappeared from the ecosystem. Without it, the Herc began to suffer from a severe type of malnutrition. It led to a number of neurological disorders, many of which we've seen firsthand. Based on these readings, there should be more data storage units in the tunnels beyond this chamber. They're the ones by the door with the blue glow rods. One more thing. Some parts of the tunnels still have malfunctioning gravity systems. You should be able to navigate through them, but the energy fields in there will nullify your weapons, so be careful.
Okay, go deeper into the Herc ship, find 3 storage crystals, and locate the rest of the crew. I'll get you those crystals. Okay. It's always something, isn't it?
Oh, good. You made it. We were about to leave when... No! No!
What's going on?
Talk about horror.
Ishimura's vitals just flatlined.
Jesus Christ. God damn.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries. That covers the first peaceful meeting between the Herc and the Founders over 3,000 years ago.
Hey, Samantha. How's it going?
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
Alright. Hey, Chrissy. Thank you for the hydrate.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Let's get out of here before...
Williams!
God damn. Straight through the chest. Good, good, good.
One of your officers is alive.
Fighting these godforsaken bugs.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
God damn.
The Herc tried to synthesize the enzyme they needed for cognition, but failed. Send your officer to me so that I can address any injuries.
Aye, aye, Bashir. Man, not like mutated Herc. It's crazy. Okay.
That's Kane's helmet. I have a feeling we won't find the rest of him.
One of your officers has arrived here.
Oh, I'm going in a circle, huh?
One of your officers has arrived here.
Okay. How do I get to that? What up, Silk Yoda? How's it going? Mission granted. Trying to figure my way out of these catacombs. It's not easy. Still stomping bugs? Yes, if I knew how to get in there. How do I get in there? Trying to figure this out. So I've just kind of ran in a circle. Okay, so this is safe zone. That's a dead end. Unless there's a hole in the ceiling here that I'm missing. I'm so confused what I have to do. I have no map. Ooh. If it would let me fly properly. AAA Star Trek game? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Hang on a minute. There we are. And I'd figure it out.
My god. The enzyme the Herc need is a precursor to Ketracel.
How do I get out of this place? Ah, I'm lost. It'd be nice if there was another AAA Star Trek game.
It moved away from you and shrouded itself.
Thing is, I doubt any Star Trek game will ever be as expansive as Star Trek Online. In my opinion. Right. I see here.
Nicely done. We should be able to translate Herc data files and run a detailed analysis of them at a greatly accelerated rate now. I have a good friend in Starfleet engineering that would love to spend some time with this technology. The Herc have made some remarkable advances in their time. Ah, the first results are in. Excellent. I have access to a few critical systems, including gravity and power generation. Bringing them online now. That should make things go a little smoother.
Indeed.
I'm getting some historical records now. Give me a moment to process it. Well, this is not good. It's a record of the fall of the Herc civilization at the hands of the Dominion. For some reason, the Dominion removed the fungus from the ecosystem during the Herc hibernation cycle. Military conquest, most likely. This is what drove the Herc to madness.
Goddamn Dominion. And what's that, Silk? Oh, they could do it. Look at No Man's Sky despite the galaxy in Star Trek terms. Feed Star Trekking scripts and book to that chat bot designated by species. Yeah, No Man's Sky style game would be pretty cool.
It appears we have some uninvited guests.
You're a long way from Zenketh, Admiral.
Yes. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Typical.
Ah, traveling incognito?
One of her many covert identities, I suspect.
This expedition of yours has gone on long enough.
Touched a nerve, have we?
You found a secret I've kept for millennia. Something I've kept from Odo and the Great Link.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And your role in it.
I needed soldiers to realize my dream of dominion. Enforcers willing to obey without question. Physically, the Herc were perfect candidates. But their peaceful, free-thinking nature was an obstacle. In studying the Herc biology, I found the key to their loyalty.
The Ketracel precursor?
Yes, I extracted it from their ecosystem. They had no choice. Obey or die.
I take it things didn't go according to plan.
No. They became savage, incoherent, volatile. With each cycle, the swarm grew larger, wilder. My ability to control them diminished. All I could do was point them in the direction of my enemies. I would let them rampage and await their eventual hibernation.
Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
They were a failure, but they provided a gift. Ketracel, the gift that led to a more successful endeavor, the Gem Hadar.
I think I've heard enough. I knew you were involved in this somehow. You built an empire on slavery, and now it's all falling apart. When the Alliance learns about this...
But they won't. None of you are leaving this world alive.
You would kill another founder?
There were other founders who knew the truth once, like you. They did not want a dominion built on the backs of slaves. They tried to depose me, to expose the truth to the Link. They failed, and paid for their lack of vision.
She's crazy.
All of you against the wall.
Odo, this is getting out of hand.
Stop this now.
No, Odo. This is bigger than you. Bigger than us. The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that.
What now?
You've forced my hand. This is a modification of your own Herc lure.
Always
As
has
we
been.
speak, every Herc in the Quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And you're calling them here? To their homeworld?
On the contrary, madam. I'm calling them to the Founder homeworld.
Oh, damn.
Your chickens, as the humans say, are coming home to roost.
Insanity! We will...
Oh. Oh. Woo! She went poof. Goddamn. Wasn't expecting that. Well, you know. Well, I suppose she got what was coming to her. Fucking hell, calm down. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where is it? I love how the Jem'Hadar is just standing there like, you know. Jesus.
I think that's our cue. Now that we have restored operations here, our ships will be able to lock onto us with transporters. I suggest we take advantage of this while we can.
Aye, aye, Garrett. Ready to beam.
You did this? All of you? You killed a god? My god?
Well, we didn't.
Beautiful founder.
The bug did.
Forever. I loved her so. And now you'll pay the price. Guards!
Enough, Wayun. All of you, stand down.
No!
Yeah, true.
You betrayed her! And the Dominion! I will carry out her final order!
That founder is no more, Wayun. This founder has given you an order, and you will obey.
No! He is no founder. She was a founder. He is a traitor! Guards! Shoot to kill! All of them!
Belay that order.
What?
We do not serve you, Vorta. Where this founder leads, we will follow.
Thank you, my friend.
Fine. Then I'll do it myself.
Wayun.
Take Wayun into custody and return to your ship. We have business at the home world to attend to.
Well, that female changeling got what was coming to her.
Tell me, was it part of your plan to draw every Herc in the sector to this system, Garrick? Because if it was, it worked with flying colors. We need to get out of here and fast. Our only hope is to punch a hole through the swarm so we can go to warp.
We're right behind you, Captain.
Try to hold them off. See if I can arrange the distraction.
Containment breach. We've lost abandoned ship.
Oh, they're almost 6.
They're breaking off. They've received the signal. They're heading to the Founder home.
Whew. That was tough. We did it, guys. We survived.
There's a certain poetic symmetry at play here. The Dominion are about to receive their comeuppance from one of the many species they've abused. Regrettably, we Cardassians have some experience in such matters. Of course, our work is just beginning. We need to formulate a cure for the Herc before they devastate every system in the Quadrant. Hopefully, we can achieve this lofty goal before they make a meal of the Dominion. And again, science is often a lengthy, perilous process. I'm certainly glad to put Havas Kul behind me.
Me too.
Small, dark passages are not a passion of mine.
I know, Garrick, I know. Flare, anyone? Let's take the flare! Well. Oh, take
I think we're in the clear. The Herc have departed for the Founder homeworld. It will take them some time to reach it, even at maximum warp. We should make the most of that time and bring an end to this madness. The information that the good doctor found should do just that. For now, let's return to our respective fleets and prepare for the next and hopefully final steps of this journey.
Aye, aye, Counselor.
Thanks to Garrick, my homeworld is under siege. I realize there's not a lot of love lost to the Founders these days, but if the center of the Dominion falls to the Herc, the rest of the galaxy will soon follow suit. If you're willing to stand with us one last time, assemble your forces and rendezvous with my fleet in the Gamma Quadrant. I hope to see you there before it's too late for all of us.
Odo, I'll do what I can. Helm, let's leave the system. Alright guys, one last episode to go of this story. Let's smash it, shall we? Did not want to go transport.
Empersa, the homeworld of the Founders, is under attack by the Herc. This is our darkest hour. If Empersa falls, the Dominion will come to an end. I'm asking you to join in the defense efforts as soon as you can. A task force will assemble at my fleet's location in the Gamma Quadrant and warp to Empersa from there. Remember, if we fall, the Alpha Quadrant is next. It's time to make a stand. I hope you'll join in the fight.
I'll see you there, Ambassador Odo.
If you'll excuse me.
Helm, set a course for Odo's fleet, which is right behind me. Let's do this, guys. Let's end the Herc threat once and for all. I'll be glad once I don't have to face bugs anymore. I don't like bugs or any type of insectoid life.
Previously on Star Trek Online, the Dominion as you know it is on the verge of collapse. Without your help, the Herc will win the war of attrition.
What's happening?
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Kremen tech.
I found a similar device on Bejor.
These devices call the Herc, and we put them there. The other Founders are hiding things from me.
Odo, look out!
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
The Sword of Kahless, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
You found a secret I've kept for millennia.
The origin of the Herc infestation.
And you're rolling it.
The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. As we speak, every Herc in the Quadrant is homing in on the signal.
And now the conclusion. I arrived here ahead of you, and I've already engaged the Herc near the planet. You've made your point, Garrick. Deactivate the Herc lure device you placed on the homeworld before this gets out of hand.
Agreed. Bring an end to this now.
I'm afraid that's the problem, Ambassador. I deactivated it several minutes ago.
Excuse me?
Then why are the Hercs still attacking? Don't play games with me here, Garrick. I'm warning you.
Counselor?
Perhaps they're still attacking due to a deep hatred of your people. After all, the Founders are directly responsible for their state of mind, body, and soul. I can't say I blame them for...
Gentlemen, behave.
Enough, both of you. We don't have time for this. There's bigger problems to deal with here, starting with that swarm of Herc vessels nearby.
The captain makes a good point.
Agreed. My fleet is already engaged near the planet, but Herc reinforcements keep arriving. Try to punch through the swarms so we can join up.
Very well. Helm, take us in. Got a couple Luna class
You may be needing
vessels
your
here as well.
solution to this problem soon, Doctor.
We go,
Yes,
people.
since yours failed in spectacular fashion.
Some might argue it succeeded.
Yeah. Good thing my ship's quick.
This is the Chimera. We're here to help.
The CSS Steadfast stands ready to assist you as well.
Seems
My
like
ship
everyone's
won't
ill.
last much longer. We need to deal with the swarm attacking it immediately.
What kind of ship you rocking? I'm rocking in a Prometheus class advanced heavy escort. Basically a warship. Yeah, they keep coming, don't they?
Well done. The ship's taken heavy damage, but she'll survive.
Oh, we've bought ourselves some time. Let's hope it's enough. Julian, is your plan ready? It may be our best hope to end things now.
It's as ready as possible, Captain. The challenge of frontier medicine, I'm afraid, is that there is never enough time. I've created a program that will enable the Herc to synthesize the compound they need to come to their senses. I've also put together a core sample of the compound for them to utilize in mass production. That is the easy part.
And the hard part? What do you need to make this happen?
From what we've learned about the Herc, the best way to make this happen will be to enter the data into one of their core computer systems. It'll need to be a command-level system with fleet-wide override authority. Systems of that caliber are only found on Herc dreadnoughts.
Yeah, the best defended ships in their fleet.
There's a Herc dreadnought heading toward the planet as we speak. It's slow, so we should be able to intercept it. I recommend we engage that ship and disable it, if possible. We'll need to get a team on board to carry out Julian's plan.
Agreed, let's make it happen. Yeah, good luck. That was relatively easy.
Still crawling with Herc, though. Make sure your away teams are ready for a fight.
Aye, aye, aye.
I'll send some of my best. Dukan Rex will lead a Jem'Hadar away team, while Loris will assist Dr. Bashir.
Very well.
Right. Let's get the away teams on that dreadnought before it calls for backup.
Agreed.
Loris and I have all we need. We're ready to beam over when you are.
Aye, aye, I'm ready. 5 to beam. Energize. Yeah, I'm running a Prometheus class advanced heavy escort, so basically like top of the line warship. Yeah. It's only a tier 5 though, so if I had like the tier 6, I'll be able to get like the multi-vector assault mode, which the ship will split into 3 types of ships, so then attack at the same time. It's kind of like the next step from the Defiant.
We'll need to find their central computer core. Once we're there, I'll begin the override process that will allow us to transmit our data on the cure. When that's done, we can instruct each ship in their fleet to replicate the cure and distribute it to every Herc on board. Of course, we need to reach the command center in one piece to do so.
We'll clear the way then, Doctor. You just stick behind me, be safe.
Enemy life signs ahead. Get ready to fight. Proceed with caution. I'm reading numerous hazards in the area. This section of the ship has taken heavy damage.
Understood. It wasn't an episode of Voyager, but it wasn't a future ship. It was the ship that the Doctor went to. Basically, it was taken over by Romulans, and the Romulans were going to take it to Romulus. And the Doctor and the EMH on the Prometheus took back the ship. The one I think you're thinking of is He also appeared in an episode of Star Trek Enterprise for like one scene. Yeah, I think so, yeah. It was a good episode. I quite liked the episode. Immediately became one of my favorite ships after that episode. Ooh. Man, they're everywhere. Fucking hell. I think a better ground weapon. Alright, he dead. Whew. That was tough. Better revive Ronan. I don't know why, but Ronan always seems to die. After this story arc, how many have you completed? I'll show you. So basically, Age of Discovery, Klingon War, Romulan Mystery, Canassia Struggle, Borg Advance, New Romulus, Cylinder Isosphere, Delta Quadrant, Iconium War, Yesterday's War, Future Proof, New Frontiers, all complete. Gamma Quadrant, it's one left, which is what I'm doing now, and then I got Jules Discovery, which is 10 episodes, Klingon Civil War, 7 episodes, and then Terran Gambit, which is 6 episodes. And then a bunch of other missions as well that aren't in the main storyline. So I've done a fair bit, but I still got a fair bit to go. So many. Good thing I got fire, innit? Must say, there's some weird ass doors the way they open. Woo! I think it's the legs, I think, that creep me out the most from these guys. I have defeated 500 Herc. They should call me the Exterminator, because I exterminate the bugs. Woo. And Doctor.
Excellent work. It's time for Loris and I to finish this. Keep your weapons handy, however. We're breaking into a secure computer system here. The Herc are bound to take offense. Keep them busy while we do our work, or this will be a wasted trip.
You have the time you need, Doctor. Just don't take too long. Bug Cinerator. Yeah.
I was saving time by inverting the feed now.
I hereby accept the title. Ah.
I wouldn't even be in Starfleet anymore if it weren't for this Herc nonsense.
God damn it, they're just coming from everywhere. I'm about halfway there.
We're running out of time, Doctor.
Perhaps you know a fast way to translate Herc language and reverse engineer their technology.
Oh hell, Lord. Bug Cinerator made his eternal squashing of bugs keep them forever in check, yeah. I make every bug in the galaxy fear me. Come on, Roden, no time to be sleeping. We're gonna kill like another 500 here. Wait, this is good. Fucking hell, die bugs, die. May all bugs tremble at the blackness of your souls. I make them fear the day they crawl out of their burrows.
Almost ready here. The system needs the physical samples of the cure for final analysis and processing. Shall I proceed?
Well, no, just let's do it. Make it happen, Doctor. Come on. We come all this way. Might as well finish. Fucking Wei-Yun.
Are you insane, Wei-Yun? That was our last hope.
How is this possible? You were in prison.
God damn it, Wei-Yun.
I was liberated by those who still serve the true founders. Not everyone is a traitor to the Dominion, after all.
There is only one traitor here, Wei-Yun. It's time you paid the price for your treachery.
Pathetic. You can't even kill someone properly. Allow me to instruct you. You, Jemadar, make yourself useful. Kill them. Giving you an order. Open fire. Kill them now.
I think not.
Thank bloody God.
He's gone.
And not a moment too soon.
Bashir to command. Everyone, we have a problem.
Well, Houston, we have a problem. We got nothing to cure the bugs. God dang. Alright. Ready to beam up? Let's go. Energize. This is turning out to be a really bad
That Herc
day.
fleet is about to attack our position. We need to give the doctor the time he needs to transmit data on the cure.
Acknowledge, red alert. It's time to squish some bugs. What's that? There's one story plot line that I never understand. You live in an age of replicators. You can't have a simplicity of replicators. If I ever remember rightly though, replicators can only replicate certain things. I'm not sure how true that is, but you know. Like certain compounds can't be replicated. So like capture cell white for instance can't be replicated. Damn, that's a lot of shit.
Rear shield failing.
Yeah, but still it's a contrivance while Latinum certain spaceship parts.
Brilliant observation, Quark. What do you want?
Forgive my brother, Odo. We're here to help.
The Ferengi cavalry? I thought I'd seen everything.
Oh, the best is yet to come, Moto. Say hello to my dangerous friends.
Well, Quark, we're waiting.
Rom, where are they?
Lose something? Like your nerve, perhaps?
Hey, Klingons!
Long ago, Takuvma, the Unforgettable, lit the beacon of Kahless to restore glory to the Empire. Today, a new torchbearer, Worf, son of Moog, does the same. United, we now go to fight the enemy of our ancestors. Today, we will fight the Herc. I now hold the weapon they fear most. The Sword of Kahless has been returned to us. Join me now in honorable combat. Show the Herc what it truly means to be Klingon. For Kahless, for the Empire, Kapla!
Kapla! Yeah. Oh, it's fucking up my ass, isn't it? Not anymore.
Fatality.
Boom. What's up, Not Angel? How's it going? I think we did it. Glory!
The arrival of the Klingons has given us more time in space, but the situation on the surface is dire. Herc's forces are breaking the Jem'Hadar defense lines. We need to do what we can to help. I'm beaming directly to the Great Link to aid my people.
Agreed, Ambassador.
The time has come. The Herc mean to ravage everything in their path. We will not allow it. We will stand against them, as Kahless once stood, defiant and proud. Fight well, and if need be, die well. Kapla!
Kapla! Today is a good day to die. Let's finish this. Let's go. 5 to beam. Energize.
Whom do we seek? Kahless! How do we find him? Together! Kahless, give us light to see forever! Will he hide from us always? Never!
Man, I love General Martok. Let's go, people.
It's worse than we thought. Most of the Jem'Hadar lines have been broken. Even the Great Link is in danger. I'm going to coordinate our defenses at the link. Meet me there.
Good luck, Ambassador.
We'll meet you there as soon as we can. And Odo, be careful.
Let's go.
The Jem'Hadar have come to our aid. Now, we will return the favor.
Let's hope we're not too late. That's a lot of bugs.
You fight well. Good. There are many hurt between us and the Great Link. We go there now to reclaim our lives, for we are already dead.
Victory is life. Let's go. Yeah, Martok is a beast. Obviously, next to Worf, he's my favourite Klingon. And this rare, I'd be up to 1,000 hurt I've killed.
I die as I live.
Oh, Roland's dead. There's no time for you to go to Stover Court. Get up.
We won't last long out in the open like this.
Odo to Kira. We're fortifying our position near the Great Link.
Understood. We're on our way.
Yeah, I love Worf in like the new series, in Worf and Picard. I don't know what it is.
I must confess my surprise at seeing you here, on this, the homeworld of the gods. Truly, we are living in strange times. You'll forgive my boldness, but there are still founders under attack nearby. Can I count on you to aid them and destroy the wretched creatures who would do them harm?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I didn't come here for a vacation. I came here to squat some bugs. Is that Houdini? Yeah. A Houdini. Treacherous things. They missed you before TV shows. They could have used Michael Ward to set up a whole alternate Star Trek style where he get captain but under the Klingon defense completely. Michael Dorn. Well, didn't Worf take command of the Enterprise after Picard became Admiral? Pretty sure he did.
This changeling's losing morphogenic matrix stability. There are more friendly life signs nearby. We should do what we can for them.
Understood.
I don't know you, Solid, but I thank you for your service.
Depends if you don't follow Kurtzman's trick. He became ambassador to Kronos, then first officer to the Enterprise under Picard. Yeah, because I know he became ambassador to Kronos after DS9. So obviously Riker went on to captain the Titan, and I'm pretty sure Worf, like you said, became first officer, and then obviously when Picard became admiral, Worf became captain of the Enterprise. I think. Yeah.
Your timing is fortuitous, Solid.
Did I miss the founder? I did. Let's try and save everyone, yeah?
Is this some sort of solid invasion?
I really wish you would stop calling me Solid. It's rude, Liquid. I don't know, though. I'm here.
You made it. Good. We're going to
Thank you
need
for the
all
hydrate.
the help we can get here. It looks like the Herc are focusing their attacks on the link. I've called for reinforcements, but most of our lines have been overrun. We're going to make a stand here and hope the Doctor's plan is successful. If not, if we fail, this may be the day the Dominion dies.
Well, if it is, I'm sure no one will cry over it, but, you know, we'll do our best. Right, we'll make our stand here. Let's go. Let's go, people. For today is a good day to die.
Please tell me you have more Demitar coming to help.
The call's been sent, but they may not arrive in time.
We'll do what we can with what we have then.
As always, until the end.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that, Odo.
Nerys, if we don't make it...
No, now is not the time for this discussion.
Come on, guys,
Look
just
around.
get some makeup. Jesus.
There may not be a better time.
Ah.
You're right. And I understand that.
You would think, but they just...
You do?
They just water us
You
it.
know how sorry I am for everything.
Yes.
I feel the same.
You'd think that the changelings would, like, you know, turn into like a giant creature and just whoop Everyone. Alright. You think? Starting to get a dead finger. All this trigger pulling. They hate me, yeah? Everyone's shape-shifting to me. They must hate me by now. I must be up to like 1,000 kills. Good thing I got like infinite energy capacity in my handgun. Otherwise we'd be pretty screwed right about now.
Are you hurt?
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
It is
We're
but a
losing
scratch.
ground here, Odo. Keep fighting.
We can't hold this position much longer.
That's Jim Hadar, for we're about to die, Doctor. Are you ready?
Not without the Ketracell components needed for the cure.
Ketracell? Yes.
Oh, she had a gun that could vaporize a Herc with one blast.
Victory
Wait! Stop!
is life.
Wow, okay. I've been shot! Need a medic! Oh, I'm fine. No worries. Did a bug just say thank you?
It seems the battle is over, but how? What happened up there, Doctor?
I believe Dukan Rex realized that his own body contained the Ketracell material I needed to finalize the cure. He extracted what we needed at the cost of his life. Once the Herc were able to synthesize the cure, they came to their senses and called for an immediate ceasefire. Their forces are withdrawing as we speak. It's over, Odo. I won't say we won, but it's over.
Indeed, and at great cost. Admiral received orders from the Alliance Command where to report to Deep Space Nine as soon as possible for debriefing. I raid to return to the Alpha Quadrant. Yes, let's get back to DS9. Whew. Finally. Congratulations. Yeah. That's one. It's another threat neutralized. Something else will turn its ugly head sooner or rather than later, though. Always does.
There was nothing I could do for him on the Herc Dreadnought. The Ketracell extraction process was too devastating. Odo, you treated him like a son when we first found him on DS9, and I'm truly sorry.
He didn't even have a name when he left us. I'll make sure the name he found is never forgotten. I remember his first days on the station. All he wanted to do was fight. Didn't matter who. When he left, I thought I'd never see him again. Or if I did, it'd be as enemies. The man I met years later still knew how to fight, but his reasons for doing so had changed dramatically. I'm proud to have known him. I wish I could have done more in the end.
You made a difference in his life, Odo.
I suppose you're right. I believe Captain Kira was looking for you. She was at the Temple of the Prophets last I checked. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to pay my respects. We'll talk more later.
Very well. I'm sorry for your loss. So this Jem'Hadar was the Jem'Hadar that basically they found and grew up on DS9 in that episode. Interesting. I just put that together. I love how they like bring everything from the shows in, even if it's just like one innocuous character. It's brilliant.
And here we are, once again. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
Indeed. What's next for you, Captain?
Funny you should mention that. After we got back, Starfleet Command offered me a number of postings, even the center chair on one of those shiny new cruisers. Tempting. But I chose to join the command staff here on DS9. Bajor and the Celestial Temple mean a lot to me, and this station is a good place to keep them both safe.
You must love being here, don't you? True, it's also close to our mutual friends in the Gamma Quadrant.
Subtle, but you're not wrong. Odo and I have a lot to work out before we're back to where we were, but we've taken a few good steps in that direction. I think it'll work out. Eventually. He's a hard man to read sometimes.
Also true. Until next time, Captain. Your Eminence.
It is good to see you once more. I was hoping we'd have a moment to speak on an important matter before your duties take you back to the stars.
What's on your mind, Eminence?
My thoughts often return to the Orb of Peace. It was no coincidence that it was found in the Gamma Quadrant, in the midst of two warring tribes. I believe it to be a message from the prophets, one of guidance in troubled times.
I trust your expertise on such matters.
Now that the conflict with the Herc has ended, I feel it's time to explore this omen more thoroughly. The recent vision experienced by Loris is truly remarkable. That the prophets would speak to a Vorta. Again, this is no coincidence. Simply put, I believe the orb is meant to broker a lasting peace between the people of our quadrants and the Dominion.
I hope you're right, Eminence.
Hello again, my friend. It pleases me to see you. I have interesting news.
Well, I hope it doesn't involve the Herc.
Thankfully, no. Rather, it involves the Orb of Peace that you returned with Kaiopaka. It has spoken to me. I've been exploring the meaning of that experience with the Kai and Captain Kira. They are, after all, experts on such matters. While we all find it curious that an Orb of the Prophets would speak to a Vorta, we also agree it would be foolish to ignore it.
Okay, what of your service to the Dominion?
With the blessings of Founder Odo, I have been transferred to this quadrant to continue my studies of the Orb and the Prophets. I shall also serve as Founder Odo's representative here. Diplomacy is my specialty, after all. I'm sure we'll be seeing one another again. May the blessings of the Founders and the Prophets be yours.
Ah, Prophets have got another convert here. Glad to hear it. See you around then.
Thank you for coming to visit. After all we've been through, it means a lot to have friends, even if it reminds me of the ones we miss. Speaking of reunions, I think General Martok is leading the charge against the Bloodwine at Quark's.
What, without me?
I'm sure he'd want to congratulate you on another glorious victory. May the prophets watch over you.
And you, Captain. That's it, Martok. Let's go celebrate, shall we? So I was thinking, like, Odo should be the leader of the Founders now. There's a few people in here. Let's talk to Rom first.
We'll be here at DS9 until my ship is repaired. Fortunately, I have exclusive rights to the holosim of the battle. The sales of that alone will cover the cost of repairs, and then some. Some days, it's good to be the Grand Nagus.
I can only imagine.
I don't like to think about how close to disaster we were, though. Fortunately, there were people like you out there to bring us all back from the brink. All those adventures. You've got quite a story to tell. That reminds me. Have you ever considered making a holo biography? I think your life story would be quite popular and profitable. I'll make you a very generous offer for the rights and cut you in on a share of the profits, say 25%.
Interesting offer, but I must decline.
Suit yourself. The offer still stands if you change your mind.
Thank you, Grand Nagus.
Oh, I'm so glad to see this come to an end. But not as glad as everyone back on Ferenginar. It's a celebration of Rule 35 like no one's ever seen before. I mean, peace may be good for business, but things are really getting out of hand.
How so? At their cause, the prophets are just extra-dimensional creatures that are entangled with the Star Trek universe by a tear in subspace, right? I believe the prophets are, like, you know, they're like energy beings, like non-corporeal, right? They live inside the wormhole and they're not bound by linear time, so they kind of experience everything at the same time. Yeah, everything in the universe at once. Yeah. And obviously they live inside the wormhole. Yeah. How so?
When word got out that the Gamma Quadrant was open for business, the new Latinum rush was on. Open borders and free trade policies? My husband was practically weeping with joy. Oh, poor Odo. He thought he had his hands full with Quark on DS9. Now, he's gonna have an entire quadrant full of Ferengi to deal with.
I'm sure he'll rise to the challenge. So yeah.
Welcome back. Seeing as this is a private party and I'm in an unusually generous mood, you'll be getting the VIP discount on your drinks tonight.
You mean free, yeah? I did just save the galaxy yet again. You mean they're not on the house?
Did you take a hit to the head in that fight? I'm in a good mood. Not insane. Half off. Take it or leave it.
Fair enough. Thank you, Quark.
That's more like it. Don't take it personally. You could be Odo. His drinks, 50% markup.
Okay. About the Sword of Kahless.
Not much to tell, really. Lex saw the error of his ways and gave it back. Then I had Grilka let Martok and Worf know we'd recovered their precious relic. A quick handoff later, and the Klingons were off to war. Rom and I tagged along, mainly to see the look on Odo's face when I rode in with the cavalry. That was priceless. If I die tomorrow, I'll go to the Exchequer with a smile on my face.
I'm sure. And you didn't make a profit on that job?
Who do you think you're talking to? Nog? Unlike the Federation, the Klingons know the value of Latinum. I'm thinking of spending my cut on a smaller moon to orbit the one I already have. I might even name it Odo.
You're living dangerously, Quark. Good luck.
Can I get you something?
I'm fine for now. Kapla, General Martok.
A hard-fought battle and a well-earned victory. And yet, we almost missed it. Our fleet would have never left the Empire, if it weren't for the sword's return. Grilka tells me her former mate, Quark, had something to do with that. The sacred blade of Kalis, returned to the Empire by a Ferengi. Madness!
Oh, that's funny. Her current mate played a part as well.
Yes, it was Worf's idea to ignite the beacon of Kalis. A bold move, but it paid off. Only a coward could refuse such a call to arms.
Indeed.
The legend of Kalis is stronger than ever. It would not surprise me if the High Council moved to create a new clone of the Emperor. There is great power in legend, after all.
What's up, Joshua? Thank you for the hydrate. True. Until next time, General. Howdy, Nog.
We need to stop running into each other when the fate of the galaxy is on the line.
I know, tell me about
I'd be fine with drinks here at Uncle's bar, or some baseball on the holodeck. That said, I can't think of too many people I trust when everything's on the line. Glad you are here for this.
Likewise. What's next for you?
Starfleet's assigned the Chimera to peacekeeping duty in Herc space. We'll be working with the Joint Task Force to help the Herc get back on their feet again as well. There's a lot to be done, but we want to help them rejoin the galactic community.
Better you than me. I've had enough of bugs for one lifetime. That's quite a task.
It is, but my crew is up for the challenge. They're some of Starfleet's best. Take care of yourself out there. Don't be a stranger.
Same to you, Captain. Isn't Nefpar? What brings you here?
I am forever indebted to you. Without your efforts, I would walk the path of exile for the rest of my days. Now, I will help make amends for all that has happened during Zencast's terrible crusade.
Make the most of this opportunity, Captain.
Interesting. There's a message from Garrick on my monitor here. Text only. He wants you to meet him at his old tailor shop. Maybe he's had enough of politics and wants to get back in the fashion game. Probably more profitable in the long run, and easier on the nerves.
That seems unlikely.
I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. He looks for secrets when he gets bored, and trust me, he's not the person you want poking around in your business.
Well, sounds like I should see what he wants. Alright, let's go see what Garrick wants, shall we? Ah, come on, Mark.
Thank you for meeting me here. Strangely, I find it easy to center myself in this shop, even relax.
Memories of a simpler time in your life, perhaps.
Quite so. Cardassia is about to begin a new journey, as it were, and I'll be going along for the ride.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, it is. Cardassia has been offered membership in the Alliance, and we've accepted. Our seat at the table was hard-earned, but we're ready and grateful to join the ongoing efforts. Officer exchange programs have already begun. In fact, I suspect you'll be seeing more Cardassian faces in the future. I hope you show them the same courtesy as you've shown me in our shared adventures.
Ah, Cardassian Starfleet officers, how exciting. Of course, and where will you be during all this?
Oh, I'll be spending time on Earth, Kronos, and New Romulus. The life of an ambassador is never dull, after all. Someone needs to make sure the Alliance doesn't forget about Cardassia, and I suppose that someone is me. I'll be sure to follow your exploits, of course. They'll be far more entertaining than economic forecasts and state functions, to be sure.
Thanks, I think. Yeah, I'm so happy for Garrick, yo. And Kumar, okay?
The conflict may be over, but there's still plenty of work to be done. The Lucari have offered to help the Herc restore their homeworld's ecosystem, and they've accepted. Dr. Bashir will be working with us on this. It's our goal to ensure that no Herc will go without nourishment again.
Yeah, otherwise they'll go crazy and start eating the galaxy again. An honourable goal, Captain.
Some time ago, I hoped for a path to peaceful resolution to our troubles with the Herc. I'm happy to be part of such a solution, at last. Thank you for your efforts in getting us all to this point. To peace.
You're welcome. Safe travels, Captain.
I believe our fearless leaders would like to have a word with you next.
I don't ask how you know that. Be seeing you. Alright, let's start with the Romulans.
I have initiated a dialogue between the Dominion and the Karema. In light of recent events, I feel it is imperative that their conflict is resolved peacefully. Whether that results in an independent Karema or not remains to be seen, but I shall endeavor to help them reach a result that is beneficial for both parties.
That's going to be a challenge, Pro-Council. Chancellor?
The Havas Cool sector has been designated as independent from the Dominion, and a Herc neutral zone has been established around it. The Empire will join the Federation and the Republic in keeping the peace between the Dominion and the Herc. We have experience in enforcing a neutral zone after all.
Indeed.
Martok's use of the beacon and the return of the blade has led to a renewed interest in Kalis throughout the Empire. Some say that Martok stands with honor next to great heroes like Tukuvma, Vok, Laurel, and Kang. As if getting along with a stubborn old Targ wasn't difficult enough. His ego will be larger than Mount Hamar at this rate. It is fortunate that Martok has little in the way of political aspirations. Otherwise, I may need to kill him. Again.
Both of you make the Empire stronger, Chancellor. And Admiral Quinn?
There have been some significant diplomatic events since your return from the Gamma Quadrant. First, the Dominion is joining the Alliance. Having them as allies will take some getting used to, but the opportunity was too great to ignore.
Is anybody else going to be joining this club? Maybe the Tholians? Yeah. Everyone seems to be joining, isn't they?
As a condition to joining the Alliance, we requested that the Founders take steps to free the Jem'Hadar from their addiction to Ketracel White. I'm happy to say that Ambassador Odo is inclined to comply with that request. It will make things interesting in the Gamma Quadrant, to be sure. Still, it's been a long time coming. The Jem'Hadar should be able to live their lives freely.
But can the Jem'Hadar reproduce? I thought they were clones. So, don't know how that was going to work. You know, it's a risk, but it's one worth taking. Admiral, the Ambassador and Dr. Bashir would like a word with you in sickbay when you have a moment. Does everybody want to talk to me?
Things are finally settling down around here. Well, as much as it ever settles down, that is.
You're still in uniform, Doctor.
Well, there's a lot to be done with the Herc, and being part of Starfleet will help me make things happen in that regard. When I'm not here, I'll be working with the Lucari and the crew of the USS Aventine to help the Herc get back on their feet.
Avas Cool is a long way from home for you.
Indeed, but I happen to be married to the captain of the Aventine, so it won't be, too bad. The kids won't be joining us until Kumake and her team restore Havas Cool to a more habitable state, however. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. But until then, be safe out there. Doctor's orders.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Doctor. And Odo?
The Dominion is about to go through a number of changes, liberating the Jem'Hadar from the White, phasing out the Founders' benevolent dictatorship, establishing a safe haven for the Herc. Needless to say, I'm going to be very busy for quite some time.
Not all of those changes will be popular.
No. There are still a number of Founders within the Great Link who will be very resistant to change. I'd like to think they're outnumbered by those willing to take a more democratic approach, however. The last thing anyone needs is a Dominion civil war.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about that female changeling anymore, because she went poof.
Also, not all of the Herc were cured. We'll be dealing with rogue swarms for some time. I hope we can call on you in the future if we run into that special kind of trouble you have a talent for dealing with.
Nope.
Oh, and speaking of trouble, you might keep an eye on Quark. That little act of heroism with the sword of Kalis will make him bolder than ever.
I can safely say I do. My bug squashing days are over. I'll do what I can, Constable. The ship has been cleared for departure, Admiral. We're ready to leave when you are. Aye, aye. One's beam. Energize.
The future of the Dominion is uncertain for the first time in many years. Without the Founder and her unbreakable will at the center of it all, the Gamma Quadrant will undoubtedly go through a great deal of turmoil. I'll do what I can to maintain order and keep the peace, but it's going to be challenging, to say the least. For now, what matters to me is that you fought for the Dominion when we needed it the most. I won't forget that. And thanks to the Great Link, neither will the Founders. Thank you. I hope we meet again under much better circumstances.
I do too, Ambassador. Thank you. That's not bad. Let's go with that one. Well, there we go then, guys. That has been one hell of a story arc. I enjoyed that very much. All the DS9 characters.
I am the leader of...
Yeah, all the DS9 characters, like the Herc story, the female founder, and her involvement in like the Klingons, the Herc, and everything. It was nuts. Really did enjoy that story arc. We have got 3 more story arcs to do in coming videos, so I hope you will enjoy the content, and if you do, feel free to hit the follow button. I'm trying to reach 200 followers on Twitch, and if on for YouTube, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. All your support is much appreciated. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. But before we go, a quick word from today's sponsor. I'm really excited to be partnering with HelloFresh. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes, plus 3 gifts at the link in the description. But who are HelloFresh, you may ask? Well, meal times are made simple. HelloFresh provides all the ingredients and inspiration needed for stress-free cooking and meal planning, making it easy to serve meals that you and your loved ones will enjoy. HelloFresh has perfectly portioned ingredients that get delivered to your door hassle-free. You can select your weekly recipe from a variety of great tasting options. Modify the servings per recipe and schedule delivery at your convenience. And of course, you can pause or cancel your subscription at any time. HelloFresh offers many different recipes per week to choose from. The variety of choices means your dinners will always be different, and it gives you opportunity to try out new meals. You can also select unique options such as calorie smart, quick meals, and family friendly recipes. Each meal uses fresh ingredients from suppliers selected by HelloFresh. You can be sure that the ingredients you get are always fresh and of high quality. So if you want to spice up your meal times, I'm here to help. Use my code to get 50% off your first box and 35% off your next 3 boxes plus 3 gifts at the link. Offer ends Sunday the 23rd of April, so if you want great tasty meals, act now. And thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring my channel. There you go, guys. This has been Star Trek Online Playthrough number 27, the finishing off of the Gamma Quadrant story arc. I've been Dr. McKay. Thank you all for watching me play, and until the next stream, I'll catch you all then. Live long and prosper, and see you then. Cheers and goodbye. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching.